Hi, I'm Hannah Spinner, and ever since I was little, I've wanted to know if plants can talk. So I started out by doing a lot of Google searches, and I read a lot of journal articles about a fungus called Mycorrhiza, which is known to transmit signals between plants. I designed the experiment so that I would infect only a few plants in the population, but see if all of them reacted. Only problem was, I had no idea how to infect the plants or test whether or not the defense systems had been activated. Regardless, I knew I needed to grow some plants, so I sterilized a whole bunch of soil and put it into two separate bins, one receiving mycorrhiza and one without to act as a control. I planted the corn seeds, and while they grew, I researched corn defense chemicals and ways to test for them. With little success and 2 weeks wasted, I was pretty bummed out. That is, until I came across an article written by USDA plant pathologist Elisa Huffaker. Although I only knew half the words in the title, I deciphered that it was about corn defense systems. I called her and emailed her a bunch until she responded. It made me feel a bit like a clingy girlfriend, but it was worth it. She knew the answers to all of my questions. I asked if I could send her samples of corn to test, but soon realized it would be much more fun and much more educational to go down there myself and do the science alongside her. Meanwhile, my plants were busy growing. After about 6 weeks, I noticed that the populations were getting crowded, so I geometrically thinned 7 plants from each population, leaving 13 corn plants for testing. Then, after another 2 weeks of growing, I used a polypeptide found in caterpillar bark called xylanase elicitor to damage my plants. This protein is known to initiate the plant's defense response. It mimics an actual caterpillar attack and makes the plant think it's being eaten. I only damaged 2 plants in the population, so without the plants communicating, it would make sense that only these 2 plants would respond. However, according to my hypothesis, all plants will think that they're being attacked and have defense chemicals running through their systems. To test this, I took the samples to Elisa's lab, isolated the organic compounds, and ran them through the mass spec to see the levels of defense compounds. This data supported my hypothesis, showing that plants with mycorrhiza in the soil had a much higher average of plant defense compounds than those without. I concluded that these plants did in fact transmit distress signals through these underground mycorrhizal networks and communicate with their neighbors. Thank you for reviewing my research, and have fun with the rest of my report.